Hello guys, in this video, I will try to tell you the storyline of a film with the title, Cocaine Bear. This film is based on a true story about a black bear who is known for being less aggressive than other bear species. However, the bear became violent due to its addiction to cocaine, which was deliberately dropped by a smuggler into its habitat. The movie became excited because it involves various parties, from the drug dealer who wants his cocaine back, a police officer who wants to solve the case, to a mother who is searching for her child. Now, let's get to the story. At the beginning of the film, a man is shown throwing several orange bags out of the plane. After disposing of all the bags, he plans to jump out and let the plane crash, as an attempt to destroy the evidence. Unfortunately, he was too excited, his head hit the plane's door while trying to jump, causing him to fall out of the plane without opening his parachute. Then, the scene shows a narrative about the results of research on the behavior of black bears. Black bears are not territorial animals, they will prefer to avoid humans if they are around them. Even if they attack, victims still have a chance to survive by fighting back. In 1985, in a national forest Chattahoochee, Georgia, there's a couple were seen hiking. Their name are Olaf and Elsa. They rest on a huge rock, and taking some pictures as documentation. After the rest, they continue their hike towards the summit, they discussing something along the way. Engrossed in their conversation, they are unaware of the bear footprints on the trail they are passing. They also don't notice there's an orange bag tangled in a nearby tree. Finally, after a long walk, they reach the mountaintop, their final destination. While enjoying the beautiful scenery, Olaf saw a black bear not far from where they were standing. Elsa immediately told Olaf to capture the moment. While taking a photo, Olaf realized that there was something wrong with the bear's behavior. The bear seemed to be repeatedly hitting its head and body against a tree. When it was Elsa's turn to look through the camera lens, the bear noticed their presence. As Olaf took the camera from Elsa to observe the bear again, suddenly, the bear appeared in front of them. They both immediately ran away to avoid the bear. A chase ensued between them and the bear.
Whatever you do, don't run!
And then, accidentally, Olaf stumbled on a root and fell. Elsa immediately stopped to see Olaf's condition, but what happened next was... Elsa's body was torn to pieces by the bear. Olaf could not do anything but scream. Finally, Olaf ran away from the scene. Then the scene shows a campaign against narcotics, created by the Narcotics Task Force, and followed by news of millions of dollars worth of cocaine falling from the sky in Knoxville, Tennessee, along with the man's corpse. Apparently, out of the many bags of cocaine that the man dumped, only one was found. Then a detective named Bob Springs, and a female police officer named Reba Mitchell, arrived to identify the corpse. The man's name is Andrew C. Thornton II. He was a subordinate of a notorious drug dealer who had connections with Colombia, named Sid White, who was from Missouri. Detective Bob concludes that there is still a lot more cocaine somewhere in the national forest. Then the scene shifts to St. Louis, Missouri, showing a man named David. There, he met Sid. Sid instructs him to take his son, Eddie, to Chattahoochee, Georgia. Sid estimates that the remaining cocaine that has not been found is in a place called Blood Mountain.
This is drugs.
It isn't glamorous, or cool, or kid stuff.
And pulling the trigger.
Millions of dollars worth of cocaine dropped from the sky early today onto a driveway in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Police found more than 70 pounds of cocaine, wrapped in football-sized packages, in a duffel bag the shootist was carrying.
I know who that is. Andrew C. Thornton II. Thornton was one of Sid White's guys out of Missouri. He's a known drug trafficker with ties to Colombia. And there's more of this out there. They dumped it somewhere.
Damn it, Dave.
Did you hear about Thornton? He only had 30 kilos on him. Now, I want you to take Eddie with you. There's an area called Blood Mountain, Chattahoochee.
Georgia?
Back to Chattahoochee, a single mother named Sari was in a hurry to leave for work. She had a daughter named Dee Dee. The scene then shifts to a bar in St. Louis where David meets Eddie. He asks Eddie to join him to find cocaine as ordered by Sid. One day, Dee Dee's friend, Henry, came to visit. They planned to skip school to go to a waterfall near Chattahoochee Forest. The scene then shifts to Bob. He intends to go to Chattahoochee to investigate Andrew's death. He got information from a truck driver that David and Eddie were there. Meanwhile, when Sari wanted to rest after work, she received a call from the school that her daughter did not go to school that day. Sari quickly found out where Dee Dee went after seeing a map in the backpack left outside her house by Henry.
We were supposed to go paint the waterfall this weekend.
I know.
Hey, Eddie. Sid is worried about you, all right?
I knew you'd be late. And we gotta go if we want to get to the falls by lunch.
Why do I skip school with you? Your boss here than the teachers. Can't believe I left the backpack.
I can.
You got plans for tonight? Mind looking after Rosette? I have to go to Georgia for the Thornton case. A trucker overheard a couple of guys talking at a bar last night.
Every time I call, he's in the bathroom. What the hell is wrong with him? Never mind.
The scene then shifts to the Chattahoochee Forest Visitor Center office, where a woman who appears to be a ranger named Liz is seen. Shortly after, a young man named Vest arrives and buys candy at the store. Then, a man named Peter comes in with a picture of a bear, who is a representative of the wildlife inspection. It seems that Liz and Peter have a mutual attraction. Meanwhile, Dee Dee and Henry are already in the vicinity of the forest. While taking a break, Dee Dee finds a package that appears to be one of the scattered cocaine packages.
It's drugs, I think.
It's drugs. This is definitely cocaine.
They open it and try it out.
Oh!
Rookie.
You do it then. Oh, shit!
Dee Dee then finds another similar package, but this time, it's already been opened by something.
Oh, something got into it.
A deer, maybe?
While they are engaged in conversation, they didn't realize there is a creature lurking around them.
Stop that.
Suddenly, a black bear appears from behind them, looking like it's in a bad mood. Back at the visitor center, Sari finally arrives and asks Liz and Peter about her daughter. Sari asks them to show her the way to Blood Mountain. The three of them finally head towards there.
I'll get my hat.
She's okay for hiking?
Oh, yeah, I think I'll be okay.
Meanwhile, David and Eddie arrived at the Chattahoochee Forest Visitor Center office. When David is in the restroom, three young men approach him. They are called the Duchamps, and they attempt to rob David. They end up in a fight.
You think this is a joke?
I do.
And shortly after, Eddie enters the restroom and finds a package of cocaine in one of the Duchamps' pockets.
Please tell me you found them like this?
Yeah, the one that stabbed me might be dead.
David?
David immediately interrogates a young man named Kid, and forces him to take him to where they store the rest of the cocaine.
Where's the rest of it?
I don't know.
Show us where.
Oh, God. You know, I'm feeling kind of tired. I think I should rest.
Okay.
Go get the fucking gun.
Okay.
Okay.
Sari, Peter, and Liz arrived at the place where Dee Dee and Henry encountered a terrifying bear.
Dee Dee!
Mrs. McHenry?
Henry, what are you doing up there?
Don't be mad, but we skipped school. But there was a bear. A really terrible bear. But it attacked me and Dee Dee.
Soon after, a suspicious sound was heard from behind the bushes, and something attacked Peter and Liz. Peter was pulled into the bushes but managed to break free. As he crawled out, he accidentally got covered in scattered cocaine.
Asshole!
Liz was unaware that a bear had appeared behind her, and it attacked her. After freeing herself from the bear, Liz left to find help and Peter quickly climbed a tree across from Henry.
I'll get help!
Where are you going?
Motherfucker!
Come back!
There's something wrong with it.
Yeah, I told you there was.
Then, the bear appeared again and climbed up the tree where Henry was.
Henry fell!
Climb!
Just as the bear was about to reach Henry, it suddenly stopped and seemed to smell something. It turned out the bear had detected the scent of cocaine on Peter's clothes. The bear climbed down, then up the tree where Henry was and attacked him. During the bear's attack, Sari and Henry took the opportunity to escape from the scene.
Hi, come here.
We didn't know the bear was the cocaine bear.
What did you say?
Sari asked Henry where the bear took DD. He pointed to the peak of a mountain.
He chased her that way.
We gotta go. Let's go.
Liz finally arrived at her office. Vest and Ponytail were already there. Suddenly, Vest noticed someone outside, and Liz told Ponytail to open the door while she got ready to shoot.
Wait, you're gonna shoot him? The hell yes, I'm gonna shoot him! He took a bite out of my ass!
When the door opened, they saw a bear sitting there. Liz immediately fired, but...
Ah!
Thinking the bear had left, Liz and Vest heard a sound from the office roof. Liz aimed her gun at the fireplace, thinking the bear might come through there, but suddenly... Detective Bob arrived at the scene, a little suspicious since he didn't see anyone there and the sign on the door said the office was closed. Not seeing anyone, Detective Bob immediately left the place. Shortly after, two paramedics arrived at the scene, Tom and Beth. When they entered the office, they were shocked to see Ponytail's body at the door. They then found Liv, who was barely alive. Beth checked Liv's condition while Tom checked the surrounding area. Tom intended to check a room, but when he opened the door, he was shocked to find Vest's mutilated body inside.
Beth?
Then, from the dark corner of the room, the bear appeared. Tom slowly closed the door and urged Beth to leave the place immediately, but it was too late. Beth managed to escape with Liv and got into the ambulance. Tom hit the bear with his medical bag. The bear thought it was a bag of cocaine and got distracted. Tom managed to break free and ran towards the ambulance.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Anybody else surprised by that rain this morning? I know I was. The weather at the top of the hour, but first, more of your favorite hits here on
However, the bear chased them and managed to get inside the ambulance. Liv was the first to die after being thrown out of the ambulance and hitting her head on the asphalt. Beth followed, thrown out of the car after the ambulance hit a tree. Tom died inside the ambulance, his body torn apart by the bear. Detective Bob arrived at a gazebo and rested there. He spotted an orange bag on the gazebo's roof and tried to take it. Soon after, David, Eddie, and Kid arrived at the gazebo. Kid mentioned that his bag had gone missing. David became angry and attempted to shoot Kid, but Detective Bob intervened and ordered him to put down his gun. As Detective Bob was distracted, David tried to take back his gun, and...
I saw my fucking fingers!
David was shot in the finger, and he quickly grabbed his weapon and hid under the gazebo. Then, Detective Bob instructed Eddie and Kid to lie down.
You two, on your bellies.
Then David saw a bear walking towards them. The bear looked exhausted and eventually fell asleep on Eddie's body.
Nobody move.
David called for a ceasefire to check on the bear's condition. While he was checking its pulse, he accidentally dropped a packet of cocaine he had been carrying. The bear woke up and eagerly consumed the cocaine, after that, it becoming excited when it saw Eddie.
No, don't eat that, don't eat that!
Please stop! Eddie, please don't die like this, Eddie, please!
When Eddie seems hopeless, Detective Bob used the cocaine to lure the bear away from them.
There you go.
After the bear gone, David aimed his gun at Bob and demanded the bag he was carrying. Bob drew his own gun to protect the bag.
I need that bag. We're taking that bag to Sid, Eddie.
But suddenly, after hearing the sound of a gun, the bear returned to the gazebo, and in his dying moments, Bob kicked the bag of cocaine to the ground. David and Eddie fled the scene to report to Sid that the bear had consumed some of their cocaine. It turns out, with the disappearance of all the cocaine, Sid was terrorized by a drug cartel. He had to retrieve all the cocaine if he wanted himself and his family to be safe. Finally, the three of them returned to the gazebo.
Who's there?
I'm not fucking around here.
Sid White.
Then suddenly, the ranger Reba appeared at the location. At first, Bob was happy with her arrival, but it didn't take long for him to realize that Reba was not on his side. Bob was very disappointed to learn this, and, before he died, he showed them the direction where the bear had gone.
I'm sorry, Bob.
I'm sorry, Bob.
I trusted you.
I know.
Apex predator. High on cocaine and you're going towards it. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the search for DD, Sari and Henry discovered many clues intentionally left by DD, from spilled paint to a purposely abandoned sweater. After a long journey, they met Olaf, who eventually showed them the location where he had seen DD.
Devil bear. I'll show you.
They arrived at a cave that was a bear's lair, where they found two bear cubs playing with a bag containing cocaine. And
Henry?
Dee Dee?
soon after, they realized that the bear had returned to its lair. To avoid the bear, they ventured further into the cave and eventually arrived at a waterfall, which is another exit from the cave. Meanwhile, Sid and his accomplices had arrived at the mouth of the cave. On their way there, they stumbled upon Olaf's body, which had fallen victim to the ferocity of the bear. Although David and Reba urged Sid to leave the area, he refused. He wanted to get more cocaine from the location.
I'm leaving, Sid.
Finally, Sid and his accomplices managed to catch up with Sari and her family at the waterfall. Sari quickly took her children to hide in one of the rocky crevices.
He has a gun.
Whoa, take it easy, take it easy. Mom!
Eddie, aided by David, tried to retrieve one of the bags containing cocaine that was caught on a tree branch. Then, the two bear cubs who were there, attempted to snatch the bag that Sid was holding.
No.
Sid thrown his gun to David and told him to shoot the bear cubs, but the throw missed and was caught by Sari.
I am taking the fucking children home!
Everyone there united to refuse to help Sid. Then, what happened next? Upon seeing this, Sari urged her children to jump into the river below. The bear also jumped down to their location. Sid then picked up the gun that Eddie had left on a rock and began shooting. David encouraged Eddie to jump as well, but before he could, David was hit by one of Sid's bullets. The bear was also shot and fell onto a rock below. As Sid went to retrieve one of the bags that was stuck in a tree branch, a package of cocaine fell out and burst open when it hit a rock. The cocaine powder flew towards the bear, and when the bear sniffed the powder, Finally, Sid died in the hands of the bear and its cubs, but they managed to retrieve the cocaine bag. Meanwhile, down below, Sari and her 2 children survived, but David had lost too much blood from the earlier gunshot wound.
He shot you. Help!
Sari approached them and tried to offer assistance.
She's a nurse!
At the end of the story, Sari and her 2 children, Reba and Eddie, along with David, were seen preparing to leave Chattahoochee Forest. The authorities never found all the bags of cocaine in the forest, and rumors have it that the bags are still there until now. Then, a family of bears was captured on video, looking menacingly at the camera.
Wait, why are they looking at us like that? Oh shit.
So, that's the storyline of Cocaine Bear. See you next time with different storyline. And, thank you for watching.